and most dejected thing of fortune, stands feeling ineffort. It is not as Lear. The lamentable changes from the best. The worst returns to laughter. Welcome then thou unsubstantial air that I embrace. The wretch that thou hast flown unto the worst. Oh, something to thy blast. What will come here? Father, poorly led. World! World! Oh, world! What do thy strange mutations make us hasty? Life would not yield itself to age.
Oh, my good Lord, I have been your tenant and your father's tenant in these 80 years.
Away, get thee away, good friend. Thy comfort can do me no good at all. Leaving it hurt.
Alack, sir, you cannot see your way.
I have no way, and therefore need no eyes. I stumbled when I saw, for all to see, a means to cure us, and our mere defects prove our commodity. A dear son is just the food of life, a pleasant father's wrath. Might I that live to see thee, my touch. I say I had eyes again.
Oh, no. Who's there?
Oh, God. Who is it can say I am the worst? I am worse than I was.
Poor man Tom.
And worse I may be yet. The worst is not, only one can say this is the worst.
Where are you going?
Is it the beggar fellow?
Yes, madman and beggar too.
Oh, he had some reason, else he could not say. In the last night's storm, I touched a fellow's soul that made me think a man a worm. My son then did come into my mind, although my son was then dear friends with me. Wise to wanton toys, a weed to the gods, they kill us for their cause.
How should this be? The head is betrayed that must play fools in sorrow, angering itself at others. That's my wit!
Is it the beggar fellow?
Aye, my lord.
The sooner get thee gone, before my sake, thou wilt partake us a mile or two of the way to Dover. Do it for ancient love, and bring some cover for this naked fellow. So I'll entreat you lead me.
Alack, sir, but he is mad.
It's the time's plague. The madman live the blind. So get thee gone, as I do bid thee. But do thy pleasure above the rest be gone.
I'll bring in the best cows I have. Come and see what will.
Good sir, naked fellow.
Torch hogs are cold! I cannot talk it further.
Come hither, fellow.
Get on my... Sweet eyes, please.
Just another way to Dover.
Both stile and gate, horseway and footpath. Thomas is scared out of his 5 wits. Bless thee, good man, son, from the foul fiend. My bees have been in Tom's at once, as lust of old ye cut.
Forward, freaks of dumbness,
Mahu, stealing.
Photo of murder. Vintage of loving and rowing. Who sits with his chambermaids and waiting women? Oh, bless thee, master.
Here take this part. Thou whom the heavens plague have humbled to all strokes. And that I a merchant makes thee the happier, heavens do so still. Let the superfluous and lust-staggered man that craves your ordinance, but will not see because he does not feel. Feel your power quickly. So distribution should undo excess, and each man has enough. Just another Dover.
Aye, master.
There is a cliff, whose high and bending head look fearfully into the confined deep. Bring me but to the brim of it, and I'll repair the misery thou dost bear. There's something worth thy taking. From that place I shall know leading me.
Give me your arm. Torch.
tongue shall lead thee.
Welcome, my lord. I marvel our mouth husband not met us on the way. Now, where's the master?
Madam, within, but never man so changed. I told him of the army that was landed. He smiled at it. I told him you were coming. His answer was the worth of Gloucester's treasury and of the loyal service of his son. When I informed him, then he called me soft and told me I had turned the wrong side out. What mostly should dislike seems pleasant, or what like offensive?
Then we shall go no further. It is the coward's terror of his spirit that does not undertake. He'll not do wrongs which tie him to an answer. Back, Edmund, to my brother. Hasten his monsters and conduct his powers. I must chained arms at home and give the distaff into my husband's hands. His trusty servant will pass between us. Ere long you will like to hear, if you dare venture in your own behalf, a mistress's command. What is that? Your feet on your head. His kiss, if it durst speak, would stretch thy spirits up into the air. Conceive? Very well.
Yours in the ranks of death.
Oh, dear Gloucester. Oh, the difference between man and man. To thee, a woman's services are due. My fool usurps my body.
Madam, here comes my lord.
I had been worth the whistle.
Oh, Goneril.
You are not worth the dust which the rude wind blows in your face. Fear of disposition. That nature which contemns its origin cannot be born or certain in itself. She that from the material sap will perforce this branch and sliver line
Come to deadly use?
come to deadly use.
No more the text is foolish.
Wisdom and goodness to the vile seem vile. Filth savor over only themselves. What have you done? Tigers, not daughters, what have you performed? A father, and a gracious aged man, whose reverence even the headless bear would lick. Most barbarous, most degenerate. Have you maddened? Could my good brother suffer you to do it? A man, a prince by him, so benefited? If these, the heavens do not send down their visible spirits to tame these vile offenses, it will come. Humanity must perforce prey on itself like monsters of the sea.
No-footed man that wears his cheek for blows, a head for wrong, who has not an eyebrow and eye discerning thine honor from thy suffering, who not knows fools do those villains pity or punish ere they have done their mischief? Where's thy drum? Spread his banner in our noiseless land, with plume and helm the stake begins to thresh, whilst thou, a moral fool, to still and cry, oh, laugh, why doth he so?
See thyself, devil. Proper wickedness seems not so horrid in the fiend as in woman.
Oh, vain fool.
Thou shameful self-covered thing for shame! Be obstinate not thy nature. Were it my fitness to allow these hands to obey my blood, they are apt enough to rend and dislocate thy flesh and bone. However, there are the fiends of woman shaped doth shield
Oh,
thee.
Mary, your manhood new.
What now?
Oh, my good lord, the Duke of Cornwall's dead, slain by his servant going to put out the other eye of Gloucester.
Gloucester's eye.
A servant that he bred, thrilled with remorse, opposed against the act, bending his sword to his great master, who thereat enraged, flew on him, and amongst them felled him dead, but not without that harmful stroke which since has felled him after.
This shows that you are above you justices, that these are nether crimes so speedily can venge. Poor Gloucester, lost he his other eye.
Both, my lord. This letter, madam, craves a speedy answer. 'Tis from your sister. Glenway I like as well. But being widow and my Gloucester with her, may all the building in my fancy pluck upon my hateful life. Another way that it is not so hard. I'll read and answer.
Where was Gloucester's son when they did take his eyes?
Come with my lady hither.
He is not here.
No, my good lord, I met him back again.
Knows he of the wickedness?
I, my good lord, 'twas he informed against him, and quit the house on purpose that their punishment might have the freer course.
Gloucester, I live to thank thee for the love thou showst the king, and to revenge thine eyes. Come hither, friend. Tell me what more thou knowest.
Why the King of France has so suddenly gone back? Know you the reason?
something he left imperfect in the state, which since his coming forth is thought of, which imports to the kingdom so much fear and danger, that his personal return was most required and necessary.
Who hath he left behind him, General?
The Marshal of France, Monsieur Lafar.
Did your letters pierce the Queen to any demonstration of grief?
Aye, she took them, read them in my presence, and now and then an ample tear trilled down her delicate cheek. It seemed she was a queen over her passion, who most rebel-like sought to be king o'er her.
Oh, then it's moved her.
Not to rage, patience and sorrow strove who should express her belief. I've seen sunshine and rain at once. Her smiles and tears were like a better way. Those happy smilets that played upon her right lip seemed not to know what guests were in her eyes, which parted thence as pearls from diamonds dropped. In brief, sorrow would be a rarity most beloved, if all could so become it.
Made she no verbal questions?
Oh, Fate, once or twice she heaved the name of father, pantingly forth as if it pressed her heart, cried, "Sisters, sisters, shame of ladies, sisters!" Cried, "Kent's father, sisters, what a storm in the night, let pity not be believed!" And there she shook the holy water from her heavenly eyes. Clamor moistened, then away she went to deal with grief alone.
It is the stars above us govern our conditions. Else one self-mate and mate could not beget such different issues. You spoke not with her since?
No,
Was this before the king returned?
no, since.
Well, sir, the poor distressed Lear is in the town, who sometime in his better tune remembers what we are come about, and by no means will yield to see his daughter.
Why, good sir?
A sovereign change so elbows him. His own unkindness that stripped her from his benediction, turned her to foreign casualties, gave her dear rights to his dog-hearted sisters. These things sting his mind so venomously that burning shame detains him from Cordelia.
Alack, poor gentleman.
Of Albany's and Cornwall powers, heard you not?
'Tis so. They are afoot.
Well, sir, I'll bring you to our master here, and leave you to attend him. Some dear cause will in concealment wrap me up a while. When I am known aright, you shall not grieve lending me this acquaintance. I pray you, go along with me.
Alack, 'tis he. Why, he was mad even now, mad as the vexed sea, singing aloud, crowned with rank demeter and furrow weeds, with burdock, hemlock, nettles, cuckoo flowers, darnel, and all the idle weeds that grow in our sustaining corn. A century, stand forth, search every acre in the high-grown field, and bring him to our eye. Commence wisdom in the restoring his bereaved sense. You have helped me take all my outward
Oh,
hurt.
there is means, madam. Our foster nurse of nature is repose, that which he lacks. But provoking him are many simple operatives whose power will close the eye of anguish.
Oh, blessed secret! All you unpublished virtues of the earth spring with my tears. Be he aided and remediant in the good man's distress. Seek for him, let his ungoverned rage dissolve the life that wants the means to lead it.
News, madam. The British powers are marching hitherward.
'Tis known before. Our preparation stands in expectation of them. Oh, my dear father, it is thy business that I go about. Therefore, great friend, my mourning and important tears hath pitied. No blown ambition doth our arms incite, but love, dear love, and our aged father's right. Soon may I see and hear him.
But are my brother's powers set forth?
Aye, madam.
Himself in person there?
Madam, with much ado, your sister is the better soldier.
Lord Edmund spake not with your lord at home.
No, madam.
What might import my sister's letter to him?
I know not, lady.
Faith, he is close to hence on serious matter. It was great ignorance Gloucester's eyes being out to let him live. Where he arrived removes all hearts against us. Edmund, I think, has gone in pity of his misery to dispatch his knighted life, moreover to descry the strength of the enemy.
I must needs after him with my letter.
Our troops set forth tomorrow. Stay with us. The ways are dangerous.
I may not, madam. My lady charged my duty in this business.
Why should she write to Edmund? Might not you transport her purposes by word? Be like something, I know not what. I love thee much. Let me unseal the letter.
Madam, I'd rather...
I know your lady does not love her husband. I am sure of that. And at her late being here, she gave strange oyades and most speaking looks to noble Edmund. I know you are of her bosom.
Aye, madam.
I speak in understanding. You are, I know it. Therefore, I do advise you take this note. My lord is dead. Edmund and I have talked, and more convenient is he for my hand than for your lady's. You may gather more. If you do find him, pray you, give him this. And when your mistress hears thus much from you, I pray desire her call her wisdom to her. So fare you well. If you do chance to hear of that flying traitor, preferment falls on him that cuts him off.
Would I could meet him, madam, I should show him what party I do follow.
Fare thee well.
And shall we come to the top of that chain hill?
Oh, we do climb up it now. Look how we labor.
Methinks the ground is even.
Oh, horrible steep. Hark! Do you not hear the sea?
No, truly.
Why, then, methinks your other senses go imperfect with your eyes' anguish.
So indeed. Methinks thy voice is altered, and thou speaks with tone and matter better than thou didst.
Oh, thou art much deceived.
Methinks thou better spoken.
Come on, sir. Here is the brace. Oh, stand still. Oh, how fearful and dizzy 'tis to cast one's eyes so low. The crows and chalks that wing the midway air show scarce so gross as beetles. Halfway down hangs one who gathers samphire. Oh, dreadful trade. Methinks he looks no bigger than his head. The fishermen that walk along the beach appear like mice. Then yon tall anchoring bark, no bigger than her cock. Her cock's a buoy almost too small for sight. The murmur and surge that on the unnumbered idle pebble chafes cannot be heard so high. Oh, I'll look no further, lest my brain turn and the deficient sight topple down headlong.
Set me where you stand.
Come on, sir. You are now within a foot of the extreme verge. We're all beneath the moon. I would not leap upright.
Let go of my hand. Here, fellows, another purse. In it a jewel well worth the poor man's taking. There is in God's trust for you with it. Now go further off. Bid me farewell. Let me hear you going.
And how fare you well, sir?
God bless you, sir.
Why, I do trifle thus with his despair. He's done to cure it.
Oh, you might be God. This world I do renounce, and in your sight shake patiently my great affliction off. If I could bear it longer, and not fall to quarrel with your opposing wills, this snuffed and loathed part of nature would snuff itself out. If Edgar lived, oh bless you. Now, fellow, fare thee well.
Gone, sir, farewell. And yet I know not how conceit may rob the treasury of life when life itself yields to the theft. Had he been where he thought, by this had thought been past. Alive or dead? Oh, you, friend! Here are you, sir. Speak! Yet he revives. What are you, sir?
Away, let me die.
Oh, how thou get up, gossamer! Feathers, air! So many fathoms down precipitating, thou shiver like an egg. But thou dost breathe, hast heavy substance, breathe not, speaks, thou sound. 10 masts each make out the altitude which thou hast perpendicularly fell. Speak yet again, thy life's a miracle.
Have I fallen or no?
From the dread summer of this chalky balling. Look up ahead. The shrill-gorged lark appears, cannot be seen or heard so far off. Do but look up.
Like I have no eyes. His wretchedness deprived the benefit to leave this world by death. 'Twas yet some comfort. The misery could beguile the wretched world and frustrate his foul will.
Give me your arm. Up, so. How is it? Feel you your legs. You stand.
Too well. Too well.
This is oh, strangeness. Upon the crown of the cliff, what was that thing which parted from you?
A poor unfortunate fellow.
As I stood here below, We thought his eyes were 2 full moons. He had 1,000 noses, horns, welt and ridge like the enriched sea. This was some fiend. Therefore, thou heavy father, thinkst thou the clearest gods that make them honours of men's impossibilities have preserved thee?
I do remember now. Henceforth I'll bear affliction, till it do of itself cry out enough. And not that thing you speak of, I took it for a man. Often did it say, the fiend, the fiend. He led me to that place.
Spare free and patient thoughts. But who comes here? Of the 6% would ne'er accommodate his master thus.
I cannot touch me for the queen. I am the king himself.
Oh, a side-piercing sight.
Nature's above art in that respect. There's your fresh money. That fellow handles his bowl like a crow keeper. Throw me a clothier's yours. A mouse.
Piece of toasted cheese will do it.
Here's my gauntlet. I'll do it on a giant. Bring up the brown bills. Oil flow in the cloud. In the cloud. You give the word.
Sweet marjoram.
I know that voice.
Yes. I got a little with a white beard. It ain't flattering me like a dog and told me I had white hairs in my beard. You're the black ones with hair. To say I know to everything that I said. I know too was no good divinity. When the rain came to wet me once, and the wind to make me chatter, when the thunder would not peace at my bidding, there I found them, there I smelt them out. Go to, they are not men of their words. They told me I was everything, and a lie. I am not like you.
I remember the tick of that poison, but not the king.
I, every inch a king. When I do stare, look, see how that subject quakes? I pardon that man's life. What was thy cause? Adultery? Oh, thou shalt not die. Die for adultery? No, the wren goes to it, and the small gilded fly does lecher in my sight. That copulation thrive. For Gloucester's bastard son was kinder to his father than my daughters got between the lawful sheets to luxury pell-mell. For I lack soldiers. Behold yon simpering dame, whose face between her forks presages snow, that minches virtue in the shake the head to heal of pleasure's name. The fitu nor the soiled horse goes to it with a more riotous appetite. Down from the waist, they are sent on. The women all above, but to the girdle do the gods inherit. Beneath is all the fiends. Is hell, is dark. Is the sulphurous pit, burning, scalding stench, consumption, 5 papa. Give me an ounce of civet, good apothecary to sweeten my imagination. There's money for thee.
Let me kiss thy hand.
Let me wipe it first. It smells of mortality.
First, if thou know me.
I remember thine eyes well enough. Dost thou
quiddy at me? Oh, thy worst, blind Cupid, I'll not love. Read thou this challenge. Mark but the penning of it.
Oh, that is tongues I cannot see.
I would not take this from report. It is, and my heart breaks at it.
Read.
That is the case that I...
Oh, are you there with me? No eyes in your head, nor no money in your purse. Your eyes are in a heavy case, your purse in a light. Yet you see how this world goes.
I see it too, Ignis.
But art mad. A man may see how this world goes with no eyes. Look with thine ears. See how yon justice rails upon yon simple thief? Hark in thine ear, change places, and handy-dandy, which is the justice, which is the thief? Thou hast seen a farmer's dog bark at a beggar, and the creature run from the cur? There thou mightst behold the great image of authority, a dog's obeyed in office. Thou rascal beetle, hold thy bloody hand. Why dost thou lash that whore? Strip thy own back, thou hotly lustest to use her in that kind for which thou whippest her. The usurer hangs the cozener, though tattered clothes small vices do appear. Robes and furred gowns hides all, plates sin with gold, and the strong lance of justice hurtless breaks. It in rags of pygmy straw does pierce it. None does offend, none, I say, none. I'll label him. Take that of me, my friend, who have the power to seal the accuser's lips. Get thee glass eyes, like a scurvy politician. Seem to see the things that thou dost not. No, 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 no! Put off my boots! Harder! Harder, I say!
Oh, matter and impertinency mixed. Treason and madness.
If thou wilt reap my fortunes, take my eyes. I know thee well enough. Name is Gloucester. Thou must be patient. We came crying hither. Thou knowest, the first time that we smell the air, we wail and cry. I will preach to thee. Mark. When we are born, we cry that we are come to this great stage of fools. This is a good block. It were a delicate stratagem to shoe a troop of horse with felt. I'll put them proof when I have stolen upon thee, sons-in-law. Ah! Tell! 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 Yeah, tell!
Lay hand upon
No rescue! Why, a prisoner? I ain't even the natural fool of fortune. Use me well. You shall have ransom. Let me have surgeons. I am cut to the brain.
Thou shalt have anything.
No seconds? Oh, myself? Why, this would make a man of soft. To use his eyes, forgotten water puddles. I am laying autumn's dust.
Good sir.
I will die bravely, like a bridegroom, but I will be jovial. Come, come! I am a king!
You are a royal one.
My masters know you that.
We obey you.
And there's life in it. Nay, if you'll get it, you shall get it like running. Sa! 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 Sa!
Right, well, pitiful and
who redeems nature from the general curse which twain have brought her to.
Hail, gentle sir.
Sir Speedy, what's your will?
You hear all, sir, of the battle force.
Most sure and vulgar, everyone hears that which can distinguish sound.
But by your favor, how near is the other army?
Near, and on speedy foot, the main descry stands on the hourly thought.
Thank you, sir, that's all.
Though, that the Queen on special cause is here, our army has moved on.
I thank you, sir.
Did the gods take my breath from me? Yet not my words suffice tempt me to end my life before you please.
Well, pray you, Father.
Now, good sir, what are you?
Oh, most poor man, they tame to fortune's blows, who by the art of known and feeling sorrows am pregnant to good pity. Give me your arm. I'll lead thee to some biding.
I thank my good and bounty too, and then it's in this book.
A proclaimed prize. Most happy that I, this head of thine, was first framed flesh to raise my fortune. Thou old unhappy traitor, briefly thyself remember the sword is that which must destroy thee.
Oh, yes, let thy friendly arm give thee strength enough.
Wherefore, bold peasant, darest thou support a published traitor? Hence, lest the infection of his fortune take like hold on thee, let go his arm.
I'm not let go, sir, without felt occasion.
Let go, slave, or thou diest.
Come, good gentlemen, go your gait, and let poor folk pass. And I got them swaggered out of my life, and would not have been so long as by a fortnight. Nay, come not near the old man. Keep you off, I warn you. Or I try whether your costard or my barrow be to help.
Out, dunghill!
Come, sir, I'll pick your teeth. I'll be playing with you.
Slave, thou hast slain me! Fill and take my purse. If ever thou wilt fry, bury my body. And give us the letters which thou findest about me to Edmund, Earl of Gloucester. Seek him out upon the British party. Oh, untimely death!
Serviceable villain, I know thee well. As duteous to the vices of thy mistress as badness will desire.
What is he dead?
Search you, father, rest you. Let's see these papers. The papers that he speaks of may be my friends. He's dead. I am only sorry that he had no other destiny. Let's see. Leave gentle wax, and manners blame us not. And our enemies' minds will rip their hearts if their papers is more law. Let our reciprocal vows be remembered. You have many opportunities to cut him off. If your will want not, time and place will be fruitfully offered. There is nothing done if he return the conqueror. Then am I the prisoner, and his bed in my jail, from the loaded warmth whereof deliver me, and supply the place for your labor. Your wife, so I would say, affectionate servant, Donald. Oh, indistinguished face of woman's will! A plot upon her virtuous husband's life. In the exchange, my brother. Here in the sands, I'll rake thee up. The post unsanctified of murderous lechers. And in the mature time, with this ungracious paper, strike the sight of the death-practiced duke. For him, 'tis well that of thy death and business I can tell. Give me your hand. Far off, methinks, I hear the beaten drum. Come, father, I'll lead you to a friend.
Oh, thou good Ken, how shall I live and work to match thy goodness? My life will be too short, and every measure fail me.
To be acknowledged, madam, is o'erpaid. All my reports go with the modest truth, nor more nor clipped, but so.
To be better suited, these weeds are memories of those words for hours. I prithee put them off.
Pardon me, dear madam. Yet to be known shortens my maiden tent. My boon I make it, that you know me not till time and I think meet.
Now be it so, my good lord. How does the king?
Madam sleeps still.
Oh, you kind gods, cure this great breach in his abused nature, the untuned and jarring sense of the wind-up of this child-changed father.
Please your majesty that we should wake the king. He has slept long.
Be governed by your knowledge and proceed to the sway of your own will. Is he arrayed?
Aye, madam, in the heaviness of his sleep we put fresh garments on him. Be by, good madam, when we do awake him, I doubt not of his temperance.
Very well.
Please you draw near. Louder the music there.
Oh, my dear father. Restoration, hang my medicine on my lips. Let this kiss repair those blinded harms my true sister have in thy reverence name. Had you not been their father, white like the challenge pity of them, was this a face to be opposed against the warring winds? To stand against the deep tread bolted thunder in the most terrible and nimble stroke of quick-crossed lightning? To watch and poor Purdue with this thin film? An enemy's dog, though he had bit me, should have stood that height against my fire. Wouldst thou fain, poor father, to humble thee with swine and wolves, or lord and short and musty straw? Alas, alas, what is my life, and which it all is not concluded one? How fares your majesty?
You are doing me wrong to take me out of the grave. Oh, what a sordid bliss. I am bound upon a wheel of fire, and mine own tears do scold like molten lead.
Sir, do you know me?
You are a spirit, I know. When did you die?
Still, far wide.
He's scarce awake. Let him alone.
Where have I been? Where am I? Fair daylight. I am mightily abused. I should e'en die with pity to see another thus. I know not what to say. I will not swear these are my hands. See, I feel this pinprick. Where I were assured of my condition.
Oh, look upon me, sir, and hold your hands in benediction o'er me. No, sir, you must not kneel.
Pray do not mock me. I am a very foolish father, old man, forscoring upward not an hour more less. And to deal plainly, I fear not in my perfect mind. Methinks I should know you, and know this man. And I am doubtful, for I am mainly ignorant what place this is. And all the skill I have, remember, not these garments. No, I know not, for as I am a man, I think this lady to be my child could be.
And so I am.
Be your tears wet? Yes, faith, I pray weep nothing. If you have poison for me, I will drink it. I know that you do not love me. For your sisters have, as I do remember, done me wrong. You have some cause. They have not.
No cause, no cause.
Am I in France?
In your own kingdom.
Oh, do not abuse me.
Be comforted, good madam. The great rage you see is killed in him. And if there is a danger to make him ear and over with the time that he has lost, desire him to go away. Trouble him no more till further study.
Will please your highness walk?
Bear with me. Pray now. Forget and forgive. I have owed.
Hold it true that the Duke of Cornwall was so slain?
Most certain, sir.
Who was conductor of his people?
As 'tis said, the bastard son of Gloucester.
They say Edgar the Banished son is with the Earl of Kent in Germany.
Report is changeable. 'Tis time to look about. The powers of the kingdom approach apace.
The arbitrament that like to be bloody. Fare you well, sir.
My point and period will be thoroughly wrought, or well or ill, as today's battle's fought.
Drove the Duke at his last purpose, Waldobel, since by aught he's advised to change his course. He is full of alteration and suffered truly.
Our sister's man is certainly miscarried.
Is to be doubted, madam!
Now, sweet lord, you know the goodness I intend upon you. Tell me, but truly, but then speak the truth. Do you not love my sister?
In honor, love, madam.
But have you never found my brother's way to the forfended place?
Madam, that thought abuses you.
I am doubtful that you have been conjunct and bosomed with her, as far as we call hers.
No, by my honor, madam. Never!
I never shall endure her. Dear my lord, be not familiar with her.
Fear me not. She is you, cause.
I had rather lose the battle than that sister should loosen him and me.
Our very loving sister, well be met. Sir, this side here. The king is come to his daughter, with others whom the rigor of our state forced to cry out. Where I could not be honest, I never yet was valiant. For this business it toucheth us, as France invades our land. Not bold the king, with others whom I fear most just and heavy causes to oppose.
Why
You speak
reason combined together against the enemy? For these domestic and particular broils are not the issue here.
Let then determine with the ancient of war on our proceedings.
Sir, I shall attend you presently in your tent.
Sister, you'll go with us?
No. It's most convenient.
Pray you, go with us.
Oh, I know the riddle. I will go.
If ever you raise that speech with that so poor, hear me one word.
I'll overtake you. Speak.
Before you fight the battle, hope this letter. If you have victory, let the trumpet sound for him who brought it. Wretched though I seem, I can produce a champion who will prove what is without center. If you miscarry, your business of the world will soon end, and machination ceases. Word fortune love you.
Stay till I have read the letter.
I was forbidden. When time shall serve, let but the herald try, and I'll appear again.
Very well. I will overlook that paper.
Sir, the enemy's in view. Draw up your powers. Here's the diligent discovery of their strength and forces. Your haste is now ordered on you, sir.
You'll agree the time.
To both these sisters have I sworn my love. Each jealous of the other. Like the stung of the adder. Which of them shall I take? Both. One or neither. Neither can be enjoyed if both men are not. Take the widow, exasperates me to neither sister for another. And hardly shall I carry off my side, my husband being alive. Well then, we'll use his countenance for the battle which being done, that there would it be rid of him, did by his speedy taking off. As to the mercy he intends to Lear and to Cordelia, the battle being won and they within our power, I shall not see his pardon. My state stands on me to defend, not
Defend?
Come, Father, take the shadow of this tree for your good host, and pray the right may thrive. If ever I return to you again, I'll bring you comfort.
Grace go with you, sir.
Away, old man, away! Give me your hand, away!
No,
Lear has lost. He and his daughter taken. Come on.
No father, sir. A man may rot even here.
What, in ill thoughts again? Men must endure their going hence, even as they're coming hither. Come, go away.
You.
some officers take them away, but guard until their greater pleasures first be known. There are to send to them.
We are not the first, who with best meaning have incurred the worst. For thee, oppressed king, I am cast down. Myself could else outfrown false fortune's frown. Shall we not see these daughters and these sisters?
No, 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 no. Come. Let's away to prison. We two alone will sing like birds in the cage. Thou dost ask me blessing, I'll kneel down and ask thee forgiveness. So we live and pray and sing and tell old tales and laugh till painted butterflies and hear poor rogues talk of courtiers, and we'll talk with them too. Who loses? Who wins? Who's in? Who's out? And take upon the mystery of things as if we were God's spy. And we were out in a walled prison, packs and sects of great ones, that ebb and flow by the moon.
Take them away.
Upon such sacrifices, my Cordelia, the gods themselves slow incense, have I caught thee. Ye that monster shall bring a brand from heaven, and fire us hence like foxes. And ye shall devour them flesh and terror, they shall make us weep. We'll see 'em starve.
Come hither, Captain. Captain! Captain! Take notice, go farther than prison. One step I have advanced thee. Thou dost as this instructs thee. Let us make their way to noble fortune. Now, know this, that manner is a timing. To be tender-minded does not become a sword. Thy great employment not bear question. I'll say thou do it, or strive by other means.
I'll do it, my lord.
About it then, right happy when thou art done. Mark I say instantly, right? Carry those I set down.
I cannot draw a card nor eat dried oats. If it be man's work, I'll do it.
Sir, you have today shown your valiant strength, and fortune led you well. You have the captives that were the opposites of this day's strife. We do require them of you, so as to use them as we shall find their merits, and our safety may equally determine. Sir, I thought it fit to send the old and miserable king to some retention or appointed guard, whose age is termed and whose title more to pluck the common bosom on his side, and turn our impressed lances in our eyes which do command them. With them I sent the queen. My reason all the same. And they are ready, tomorrow at some further pace, to come before you, where you shall hold your session. At this time, sir, we sweat and bleed. The friend hath lost his friend. And the best quarrels in the heap are cursed by those that feel their sharpness, sir. The question of Cordelia and her father requires a fitter place.
Sir, by your patience, I hold you as a subject of this war, not as a brother.
That's as we list to grace him. Methinks our pleasure might have been demanded ere you had spoke so far. He led our powers for the commission of my place in person, the which immediacy may well stand up and call itself your brother.
Not so hot. It is of grace he got to call himself, more than in your estation.
In my rights by me invested, he compares the
That were the most if he should husband you.
jesters do oft prove prophets.
Hola, hola. The eye that told you so looketh but a squint.
Lady, I am not well, else I should answer from a full flow of stomach.
General, take thou my soldiers, prisoners, patrimony, dispose of them, of me. The walls are thine. Witness the world that I create thee here, my lord and master.
The level lies not in your goodwill.
Nor in thine, lord! Half-blooded fellow, yes.
Let the drums strike and prove my title thine.
Yes, hear reason.
Edmund, I arrest thee on capital treason, and in thine attaint this gilded serpent. For your claim, fair sister, I bar it in the interest of my wife. 'Tis she is self-contracted to this lord, and I, her husband, contradict your bands. If you must make your love to me, my lady is bespoke.
An interlude.
As thou art armed, Gloucester, let the trumpet sound. If none appear to prove upon thy head thy hate, manifest and many treasons, there is my pledge. I'll prove it on thy heart, ere I taste bread. Thou art in nothing less than I have here proclaimed thee.
Oh, sick her. No, there's such medicine.
There is my exchange. Call by the trumpet.
him that approaches, on him, on you, who not. I will maintain my truth and honor firmly.
Ahem!
Ho! Ahem! Ho! Ahem!
Trust to thy single virtue. For thy soldiers, all levied in my name, have in my name took their discharge.
60 squirrels upon me!
He's not well, convey her to my tent. Come hither, herald. Let the trumpet sound and read out this.
If any man of quality or degree within the list of the army will maintain upon Edmund, supposed Earl of Gloucester, that he is a manifold traitor, let him appear by the third sound of the trumpet. He is bold in his defense.
Sound?
Again. Again.
Ask of him his purposes, why he appears upon this call of the trumpet.
What are you, your name, your quality, and why you answer this present summons?
No, my name is Lost. By treason's tooth, bear none and canker bit. Yes, am I noble as the adversary I come to cope?
Which is that adversary?
What's he that speaks for Edmund, Earl of Gloucester?
Himself, what sayest thou to him?
Draw thy sword. That if my speech offend a noble heart, thy arm may do thee justice. Here is mine. Behold, in the privilege of mine honor, mine oath and my profession. I protest, for thy strength, youth, place, and eminence. Despite thy bitter sword and fire new fortune, thy valor and thy heart, thou art a traitor. False to thy God, thy brother, and thy father. Godfrey gets his high, illustrious lord, and from the extremest upward of thy head to the descent and dust below thy foot, a most toad-spotted traitor. Or say thou no, and this sword, this arm, and my best spirit are best to prove upon thy heart whereto I speak. Thou liest.
In wisdom I should ask thy name. But since thy outside looks so fair and warlike, and that thy tongue, some say, of breeding breeds, but nights and safely am I well delayed by rule of knighthood, I disdain and spurn. Back do I toss these treasons to thy head, and with the hell-headed lie o'erwhelm thy heart, which for they that glance by and scarcely bruise, this sword of mine shall give them instant way, where they shall rest forever. Call by the trumpet, speak! Speak!
This is practice, Gloucester. By the law of ours, thou art not bound to answer us on opposite. Thou art a vanquished, but haven't been beguiled.
Shut thy mouth, thief, or with this paper I shall stop it. Thou worse than any name, read thine own evil. No tearing, lady, I perceive thou knowest.
Say if I do the law of mine, not thine. Who can arraign me for it?
Most monstrous, though. Know thou this paper?
Ask me not, but I know.
Go after her.
What thou
Go
hast charged me,
bring her.
that have I done. And more, much more, the time will bring out. But this past and so much. Would I thou that hast this fortune on me? If thou art noble, I do believe.
Let's exchange charity. I have no less in blood than thou art, Edmund. If more, the more thou hast wronged me. My name is Edgar, and thy father's son. The dark and vicious place where thee he got cost him his eyes.
Thou hast spoken right. True. We must come to a circle.
This dark I very engaged in prophesy of the royal. I must embrace thee. Let sorrow split my heart if ever I did hate thee or thy father.
Worthy prince, I know.
Where have you hid yourself? How have you known the miseries of your father?
By nursing them, my lord. This a brief tale, and when it told, oh, that my heart would burst. The bloody proclamation to escape that followed me so near. Oh, our lives' sweetness. If we, the pain of death, could hourly die rather than die at once. It taught me to shift into a madman's rags, to assume a shape that very dogs disdain. And in this habit met I my father with his bleeding rings. Their precious stones knew lost. Became his guide, led him, begged for him, saved him from despair. Never so false. Revealed myself unto him until some half hour passed when I was armed. Not sure, though hoping of this good success, I asked his blessing, and from first to last I told him of my pilgrimage. But his flawed heart, alas, too weak the conflict to support, twixt two extremes of passion, joy and grief. First smiling.
Oh, this speech of yours hath moved me. But speak you on, you look as if you have more to say.
There be more woeful. Hold it in, for I'm almost ready to dissolve here.
This would have seemed a time to such as love, not sorrow. But such another. To amplify too much would make much more in top extremity. Whilst I was big in clamor, came there in a man who, seeing me in my worst estate, shunned by abhorred society, but finding out who 'twas and so endured, with his strong arms he fastened round my neck, and bellowed out as he burst heaven. Threw him on my father, told the most piteous tale of Lear and him that ever he received, which, in recounting, his grief grew puissant, and the strings of life began to crack. Twice then the trumpet sounded, and there I left him tranced. Who was this? Kent, sir, the banished Kent, who in disguise followed his enemy king and did him service improper for a slave. Help! Help! Oh! Help! What kind of help?
Speak, man!
What means that bloody knife?
Dear God, it's smoke that came from the heart of... Oh, she's dead.
Who's that? Speak, man!
Your lady, sir, your lady. And her sister by her is poisoned. She hath confessed it.
I was contracted to this. Oh, all three now, marrying and
Here comes Kent.
Produce their bodies, be they alive or dead. This judgment of the heavens that makes us tremble touches us not with pity.
The time will not allow the compliment which very manner is urged.
I am come to bid my king and master I good night. Is he not here?
For God, speak, Edmund! Where's the king? Where's Cordelia? Oh, seest thou this object, lad?
Why thus?
Ah, yeah, Edmund must be lovely. The one, the other poison, for my sake. And after
Even so.
Cover their faces.
Some good I mean to do despite my quickly send to the castle. My writ is on the life of Lear on Cordelia. Nay, send it in haste.
Run! To who, my lord? Who of the office?
Oh, well,
Then I took it for free.
where's Sauron? Oh, take my sword. Give it to the captain.
Hasty, for thy life!
He hath commission from thy wife and me to hang Cordelia. And to lay the blame upon our own despair.
God defend us.
Bear him hence a while. Howl! 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 You are men of stones. Had I your tongues and eyes, I'd use them so that heaven's vault should crack. He's gone forever. I know when one is dead and when one lives. She's dead as earth. Let me look into it. If that her breath will miss to a stained stone, why then she lives.
This is the function.
Oh, image of that horror.
Oh, see,
This feather stirs. She lives, if it be so, it is a chance which does redeem all sorrows that ever I have felt.
Oh, my good master.
Ready away!
It's noble Kent. Your
A
friend.
plague upon you murderous traitors all! I might have saved her. Now she's gone forever. Cordelia. 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 Oh. Stay a little. Oh. What is it thou sayest? Her voice was ever soft, gentle, and low. An excellent thing in woman. I killed a slave that was hanging me.
It's true, my lord, he did.
Did I not, fellow? I have seen the day with my good fighting falchion. I would have made them skip. But alone now. When these same crosses spoil. For I have
If fortune
Mine eyes are not so.
I'll tell you. Fortune brag of who she loved and hated. Are you not? The same. Your servant Kent. Where is your servant Kai?
He's a good fellow. I can tell you that. He'll strike him quickly, too. He's dead and rotten.
No, my good lord. I
Of that very man. I don't see that shit.
From your first of difference and decay, I followed your sad steps.
You are welcome hither.
Nor no man else, all cheerless, deadly, dark. Your eldest daughters have foredone themselves and desperately are dead.
Aye. So I think.
He knows not what he says, and vain it is to present himself.
Edmund is dead, my lord.
Trifle here.
You lords and noble friends, know our intent. What comfort to this great decay may come shall be applied. For us, we shall resign during the life of this old majesty. To him, our absolute power. You to your rights. With boot and such addition as your honors have more than merited, all friends shall taste the wages of their virtues, and all foes the cup of their deservings. Oh, see, see.
And my poor fool is hanged. No, 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 life. Why should a dog, a horse, a rat have life, and thou no friend at all? Thou come no more. Never, 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 never. Pray you undo this button. Thank you, sir. Do you see this? Look on her. Look. Look.
He faints. My lord! My lord!
Break hard, I prithee.
Look up, my lord!
Vex not his ghost. Let him pass. He hates him much that will stretch him out on the rack of his tough world much longer.
He's gone indeed.
The marvel of it that he endured so long. But he served his life. Bear them from hence. Our present business is general woe. Friends of my soul, you twain, rule in this realm, and the gourd state the same. I have a journey, sir, shortly to go. My master calls me, I must not stay now.
The weight of this sad time we must obey. Speak what we feel, not what we ought to say. The oldest have borne most. We that are young shall never see so much, nor live so long. Thank you all very much. Thanks for coming tonight and joining in our work. We hope you got some inkling of what we'd like to bring to larger venues, hopefully including Washington Square Park. And we hope that you've been moved to give us generously from your purses to help us do so. If you have, we are a 501c3 company. That means every donation you give to us is tax deductible to the maximum extent allowable by law. Please see our wonderful president here in the fur hat if you'd like to do so. We're all heading around the corner to our bar. If you'd like to join us, we'd love to see you there. Thanks. Good night.